Well, hi there. Hi, everyone. I hope everyone's doing great today. I'm doing pretty good myself. Hello, hello. I gotta say, before I move on, before we're too past the hanging out listening to music section of the stream, uh, I, there are things one could say about Riot Games, but I gotta say, the creator-safe music collections they make, I do appreciate them. This is taking me back to my days of playing Teamfight Tactics all the time and listening to the Vi sessions while I play. That music, by the way, is from Riot, the company behind League of Legends. They have like several 2 hour long videos for that, which are pretty nice. Um, so today we're gonna be playing some Demon Souls. For those who were not present for the first one, I'm planning on doing, was one of the first things on this Twitch channel, a run of every single Souls-like game that FromSoft has made in release order. And this is my first time playing Demon Souls. So I'm very, 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 very unfamiliar with this particular game. I have played it a little bit before and beat up to like Armor Spider and Tower Knight. So really, we beat 2 more bosses, and we are as far as I have ever been in this game. And that's where we're at right now. We are currently fresh from having died to Armor Spider at the end of last stream. Hello, Mousy Angel. Hello, Unicronos. Hello, Kali. Good to have you all here. I started up an elevator somewhere. I know I did that. I should use it. Whoa, lizard! Hello, hello. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. You see a lizard, you gotta lock in. Hi, Fish Fish. I'm happy to have you here as well. I've been a long time fan of the Souls franchise. Back when I was in... Oh, I love spellcasting, so that's excellent. I have been playing since Bloodborne. And of course, since then I have played Bloodborne, DS3, Elden Ring. Those are my main ones. I'm a big fan. Right. So I know I made it to Armor Spider before. Bloodborne is so fun. It's currently of the Souls games that I have played. I know there's a blacksmith like somewhere around here, isn't there? I have done all the Chalice dungeons in the past. I did put myself through that. My favorite FromSoft games that I personally have played would probably be either Bloodborne or Elden Ring. And they're definitely the games that I've played the most of as well. I used to do challenge runs of Bloodborne. Nothing too crazy, but like deathless runs and that kind of thing. And I was very, very, very proud of that. Because I'm not generally that good at games.
These parts.
The only FromSoft game I own currently is PS1 on Twitch, which is titled Remastered, but not the remastered version, but its own weird version.
Show me your steel.
Yeah, that sounds like a Switch.
Head straight for the door.
Hello, blacksmith friend. Oh right, I lost all of my money. Yeah, no, that does track. I did lose all of my money. Okay. Well, do I have some kind of souls lying around? Probably, right? Yeah. Let's just eat all of these. I'm not too poor, I just... Oh, I have a soul. I can probably trade that for some kind of item, right? I should keep that until I'm sure what I want to do with it, right?
What be your need? If it be a blacksmith.
Okay. I'm pretty satisfied with this rapier, honestly. I think I'm gonna keep rocking it for now at least. Yeah. Let's go ahead and how did I do this? It changes the scaling somehow, or but then again. There we go. Nice upgraded rapier. I don't really want quality. I want to lean hard into dex and intelligence, I think. So I'm gonna... Mercury rapier. Oh, poison. A poison rapier. That's fancy. Bleed build up. I'm gonna just keep it scaling as it is for now. Oh, I don't even have the materials for most of this anyways. I hope everyone is nice and cozy if you can be. I hope you have a good beverage of some kind. Personally today, I have my water. You always gotta have water. I have a thing. Do you think the elevator is ASMR for the blacksmith? I think any sound, if it goes on long enough, becomes torture. He's been beside that elevator this whole... That can't be good. I'm doing quite well today. How are you? I always prefer to do 2 beverages. And one of them is always water. Because you gotta drink water. And then I have my offhand beverage, which today is some cold brew, because my partner's parents came to visit recently. Hello, sir. Are you chill? You're chill. My partner's parents came by for a visit. And... Ow. Oh, right. I should probably stock up on my healing stuff before I actually fight the spider again, huh? So I'm low on all of it. But my partner's parents came by recently. And they apparently they don't know me all that well, right? Like I've spoken to them a few times, they're decent people, but they don't know me super well. I don't know them super well. But this was my first time seeing them since my birthday and some of the holiday stuff that happened recently. And so they wanted to get me a gift, and I guess they weren't sure what to get me. What they ended up getting me, right, was 5 quarter-gallon bottles of cold brew concentrate. So I've been drinking a lot of cold brew lately. Like a lot of cold. Yeah, 5 of them. 5 quarter. It's. Y'all, that's too much cold brew. I've been genuinely concerned this whole time that like I might just straight up not be able to drink them all before they go bad. Like what is a girl to do with so much cold brew? Oh, these guys. Hi, everyone. Oh, hey. Hey, what is this? What is this nonsense, huh? Dude. Ow. Well done. This is why you must love magic with your— ow! With your whole heart. Yeah, it's a little bit much on the cold brew front. It's maybe a little bit more than I necessarily feel like I could reasonably drink. Thankfully, until you open it, it's apparently like shelf stable. So like it's apparently good until like October, most of it. But I just opened the bag they gave me, and it was cold brew, and then more cold brew, and then more cold brew, and I was a little bit scared, to be honest. I'm sorry, little guy. I am a big coffee drinker. Like that is a true fact. Ow. Oh my god, these little lizards. I am a big coffee drinker, so this does like technically save me a lot of trips to like a local coffee shop. I'm burning through so many of my healing resources. There has to be a faster route back to— what the hell? Just hit me. There has to be a faster route back to Armor Spider, but am I getting bit through the floor? I was. Right. Yeah, this Armor Spider fight is gonna go so bad. It's gonna go so bad, but that's okay. I haven't figured out the optimal way to grind for healing resources in this game yet. That's the real core of the issue. Because, you know, Bloodborne, there are like certain locations you can go that are— for some reason I expected to stagger him there. Yep, there's the last of my grass. But like in Bloodborne, you know, there are— I need to stop assuming that that's a stagger. I didn't even need to go here. So I already turned this crank. I already turned it. Um, like there are obvious locations in Bloodborne you can go to that this is not the way. That spider got no chance. Yeah, I really appreciate the confidence you have in me. What does a Noble's Lotus even do? Counteracts poison, which is exactly what I need right now. I'm getting constantly poisoned in Fire Zone. It's just buying from the bald man? Okay. Well, we're gonna just throw ourselves at good old Armor Spider, and then when that almost inevitably fails, we will make some purchases. The Cabbage of Healing. I promise there are FromSoft games that I'm good at, but you know, when you're doing a first playthrough of a game, at least for me, like, oh right, this bozo. Dear God, explosive barrels. Whoever could have predicted? Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna go. I'm just leaving. You have so much health. I'm doing very well. Thank you, Furry Petty Officer. Beg your pardon. Just passing through. Yeah, there's no way. There has to be a faster run back, right? There has to be. This elevator. No, this elevator goes down. Where is my fast run back? It can't expect me to do all of that every time. Selling grass behind the CVS. Yeah, Patches would. Interesting. I'm already pretty committed to my current sword, but we'll consider our options. This is just the run back, isn't there? It is just that long of a run back. Okay. Hey, FromSoft has had some kind run backs before. That's what makes. There's good coffee. That's what makes, you know, some of the fights tolerable. More magic if I put that in my left hand? For real? Oh. That does sound nice. Well, I do intend to use some magic against this spider. Y'all, I'm so cooked. It's over. This fight, it ain't gonna work out. Nothing. No shortcut. No shortcut. Shortcuts don't exist. We'll be fine? Yeah, alright. Yeah. Half health, no healing. Hitless Armor Spider. Let's go. Oh, not a hitless. Not hitless. Not hitless. Oh, maybe. Oh. Yeah, expected outcome. Expected outcome. We knew that was going to happen. Alright. I know the path I have to take now, so. First off, why is that full moon grass not in my hotbar? Turns out I did have a healing item. Next up, we're gonna use this soul. Nah, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. We're just gonna run it back. We're just gonna run it back. Okay? And it's gonna be easy. It's gonna be easy.
Let's make a deal.
Look at this. I'm loaded up on grass.
Pleasure doing business with
You
you.
see that? Fully loaded on grass. What kind of evil wizard teaches a giant bug to cast fireball? I actually think, you know, this giant bug is probably self-taught, and I think that's really admirable, actually. I think it's really impressive of that bug to take the time to learn a skill. I forgot about you. Rude. Death is right behind them. Yeah. I learned it on the internet. And I'm really proud of that, honestly. I'm proud of that bug. Okay. Let's just go down here. And then we run this way. I'm learning the run back. I'm learning it. Difficult doing it, like, spaced out a little bit like this. Yeah, because then we have that room. And we go this way. Okay, this isn't such a bad run back at all. It's long, but other than that one little corridor, not really a lot of enemies. Oh, and this chuckle fuck. Have at thee. Yeah. And if you want to just get rid of this too. Alright, let's rock. We're out of there. It's easy. One should get that spider checked for a UTI. Fun fact, not so fun fact, maybe TMI. I don't care. Did you know that for a trans girl, once you get bottom surgery, you actually have an increased risk of UTIs? That is an actual true fact that I talked to my surgeon about before I had bottom surgery, is that I need to be concerned about that now. Yeah. And it's for the same reasons that cisgender women and people born with those parts also have a higher risk of UTIs than people with the extruding ones. Extruding ones, Jesus Christ. Hell of a way to phrase that. Good job, me. So yeah, there's a interesting fact for you. You go to the corner, and then the fire doesn't hurt you. Let's go! Bozo. You know what? That worked really well. I have my plan. I have my plan. Just need to do it again. I'm coming back. Ow. Ow. Okay, we're gonna eat some grass. Why are you not going back to melee? I'm so close now, aren't I? There we go. We run? Okay. Okay, you see, it's an easy game. It's an easy game. Literally the easiest game I've ever played. Literally so easy. Ignore the 2 times I died. Okay. Okay, we got him. We got him. Ooh. A renowned warrior soul. Must not have been that great of a warrior if, you know, you died. Because I would never die to Armor Spider. Alright, so I've been told there is a scroll you get from this gentleman. Where? Because I would really love. Yeah, no hit, no death. Definitely. I would love to have... Oh, lizard. Hold on, hold that thought. Hi, everyone. Oh, right, do I have to pick up the item? Yes, I do. Oh, God. Death approaches, my... Oh, that's explosive. Alright. One at a time, nice and orderly. Okay, but where is the scroll? 'Cause I don't think I got one. This is why sorcery is the way to go. This is how you do it. This is why you do it. Yes, Automod. People are allowed to say that. It's the soul item you got? Okay. Why use a stack? Can I have whatever's in there? Thank you. Let's see. I have the lead demon soul, which is from Phalanx. I don't... Yeah, I didn't get another soul from that. Oh well. I'm not that bothered. Oh! To touch the Arc Stone. I see. Okay, I presume I can trade the soul that I got from Phalanx as well somewhere. Well, I couldn't tell you where. I do not know what that means. I will not touch it.
Have you met
How are you
the
doing?
last surviving monumental?
It did, yeah.
Those fools revived the old one on a whim.
Sip my
And now
coffee.
they've trapped us here in the Nexus in a desperate attempt to undo their mistake.
Yeah, pretty messed up
It's
with them.
all a
Oh, hi, Raz.
travesty, if you ask me. Well, you found yourself a demon soul, did you? I'm impressed. Yes, indeed I am. Stay the path, and you will soon be a monster yourself.
No, no, but I'm niceys.
Can't you see?
I'm niceys.
You've fallen for their trap.
I can forge weapons for you for a fair price.
Let's repair my stuff. Let's see, do I have the things I need for this? Yes. Well, I will gladly upgrade that.
You come back alive.
Back in the time that I lived below Boletaria Castle, King Alan left on some strange business, then returned with horrible demons in tow. Soon,
I'm not sure how to
alone
feel
was
about
ravaged by soul-starved
the
madmen.
facial animation in this remake. It feels a little
If I
bit
did not have my miracle
too
slingshot,
much.
keepsake of my grandfather, I may not have survived. Have you heard? If you are attacked by a demon, you will lose your humanity.
That's true. That's true. I became a
Horrible
ghost.
thought. Just what would happen then?
That you become a
I
ghost.
simply cannot fathom it.
You become a ghost. I became a ghost. Umbasa. I still don't know what that means, but Umbasa.
I have sinned. I
Okay.
swore allegiance to Saint Urbain, but was of no use to him.
Coming in hot.
I have run away and abandoned his augustness.
Seriously though, who starts by just I have sinned. I don't know your name.
Punish me, for I have not the strength to punish myself.
Okay, you have fun.
Oh, you must be another disciple of God.
I'm really not.
I too am on a quest to fight the demons in the name of the Lord. May I share God's power with you? Do not be bashful. We are both cut from the same cloth.
Oh, you offer miracles. That tracks. I've never...
I see. I pray we meet again.
Miracles, incantations, any faith-based skill, I've never really vibed with that much. That's what I say when I go to the confessional. I say I've been a bad girl. That's what I tell the priest. And then they splash holy water on me and it scalds me and I run away because I'm not welcome there.
Are you begging for a magic lesson?
Let's see. So, I could learn a new spell. I could learn a new spell. I kind of want one. Well, Sin Man, I feel, is also a religious man. I am not a religious person, and so I'm not particularly bothered with whether I sin or not, you know? That man's very concerned with the fact that he sinned. Let's see. I don't have enough memory slots for both of them. Well, I'm gonna equip Flame Toss and we'll give that a try.
Be careful how you use. Normally, it would not be granted to one such as yourself.
What is that supposed to mean?
I had to make an exception. For the sake of Sage Freak.
Do you think that Religion Man and Sin Man have explored each other's bodies? I like to think so.
Thou seekest the power of the soul, no? Then touch
100%.
the demon inside me.
That's you know, level up maidens. They're always saying some shit. Touch the demon inside me. Oh, okay. Do you know of the Finger Maidens? Well, I would like to be frank.
Soul of the lost, withdrawn from its vessel. Let strength be granted.
Hey,
for
I
the
you know,
world
I
might
appreciate it.
mend
I appreciate it.
So
My
the
lesbian
world
heart.
might be mended.
I have an audio that's going to be released on YouTube pretty soon, where I am playing the role of Melina. Yeah, no, you start a FromSoft game, you level Vigor. Okay, sure, I might be maidenless right now, but like, Melina can play the role of maiden. So,
Art thou finished? May thy strength help the world be mended.
yeah, I recorded that Melina audio and immediately invest in durability. Yeah. It's currently available for patrons. It'll be available for non-patrons in probably tomorrow, I think, is when it releases on YouTube. And I am really pleased with how it turned out. It was really fun. My goal was to tear you apart emotionally as much as I was physically capable of doing. And I do think I've achieved that. I'm gonna go say hi to Tower Knight now, I think. Armor Spider's down. Going to see Tower Knight again. I got my ass beat recently. And I'm not letting that stand. I can't forgive what I've been put through. Ow. Ow. Forgot what these guys are like. That is the wrong thing. Wanna heal. You know what am I doing? Why am I wasting my time with these little guys? I should simply pass by. That's, you know, sometimes I just get in the mood to do something emotionally charged. Where's my dragon friend? Hello. No, I love the community that I've tried to build up over time. You know, like I'm new to streaming, right? But I've been on YouTube for a while now, and I really adore the sort of people that have found my streams, and I've really tried to cultivate a certain environment, and I'm very happy to see that has worked out as I hoped. Because y'all are wonderful. Genuinely. I mean, I've talked about it before. I was so nervous to try streaming. I whiffed? Unbelievable. But I was so nervous to try streaming, and y'all have made me feel so much more comfortable and welcome and confident to do this stuff. Oh, these hounds, I swear. FromSoft dogs. FromSoft dogs, everyone. Gotta love him. I'm always being accosted by hounds. Do you want to turn it into a broken sword run? Because I sure don't. Yeah, no, setting up for streaming was a lot. More so than I even anticipated, right? Like, I didn't expect this to be cheap or easy to set up, but I wanted to, you know, be able to make fairly quality streams right off the bat. But commissioning the art for my avatar, that was expensive as hell. Which, you know, is good. You have to pay for quality, right? Someone's gonna put in that much time and effort. You know, you gotta be willing to spend the money on it. And then I got a brand new PC, 2 new monitors, I got a webcam. It's, whoa. Is what some would call quite the investment to set up for streaming. I think it is well worth it so far. So I've been really enjoying this. Yeah, no, it's definitely scary to have spent, what, like $3,000-ish setting up for this. That is a scary thing to do. But I am trying to make this my career, right? I'm trying to make YouTube and streaming into my career. Game audio is a bit loud. I can turn that down a little. There we go. So it's definitely scary, but I'm hopeful that it's gonna be well worth it in the end. And I mean, I'm already, like, I've mentioned this before, I don't have a day job anymore. This is it. And I feel so happy and so honored to have had the opportunity to make this my day job. Excuse me, Tower Knight. I'm gonna go deal with your archers. It does mean that I have to go out of my way to go outside now. Right? Oh, that was a mistake. Cause, you know, outside of, like, grocery shopping and the like, I no longer have, like, a job that's making me get out of the house. So, you know, I see friends and stuff, and, I also have, this sort of silly thing I do where I thought I was out of line of sight. That's my bad. I deliberately forget, quote unquote, forget to buy certain groceries, so I have to go out multiple times in a week. The good news is that it's finally starting to warm up, right? And I've always liked running, and playing Uma genuinely got me back into it. And now that it's starting to get warmer again, I'm gonna finally start going for runs again. And I am so amped for that. I love running. Okay. Where are these bojos down below? Okay, Tower Knight. Let's do this. I need to actually figure out the timing on all of his things. He's like constantly doing me like this. I know you gotta break his footsies. Is that it on that side? Okay, if my man wants to put himself into a loop, I'm okay with that. Ow. I love you, camera souls. I love you, camera souls. Give me those feetsies. This is kind of a really awkward position. I thought I timed that. I did not. Okay. This is what I'm saying. Like, say whatever else you want about this remake, but the sound of the spells is so good. Honestly, the sound of the everything is really good. No, 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 die. No. Stream is today, yes. Currently, we stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Oh, that was beautiful. That was a very straightforward fight. We're at 3 attempts total on Armor Spider and 2 attempts for Tower Knight. And now I have another soul. I do. I post the stream schedule on the YouTube community posts as well as on my Tumblr. I am planning on trying to take care of a couple things today. I want to adjust the loadout of my starting soon screen. That one right there, because I don't like how chat looks on it. And I don't want to get rid of chat. So I'm going to tweak that quite a bit.
Then touch the demon inside. Soul of the mind.
Okay, I want to get up to like 20 vitality. And then probably start just... Is intelligence, MP? Yeah. And magic memory. Okay, then I definitely want that. Yeah, sure. But I want to set things up so that chat is displaying nicely. My current plan is, because you can see how in the art I'm kind of lounging. So what I'm thinking is that I might try to set it up so that I'm kind of lounging on top of a little box that contains chat. I think that would be really cute. And I also want to change some stuff with how my stream alerts work. And while I'm at it, I'm probably going to do you know, setting up the schedule on the actual Twitch page itself. Alright, I've heard great things about this prison. Shall we go pay it a visit? Yeah, I'm hopeful that it'll look as good as I'm planning. So that's what we're gonna go for. So hopefully by next time I stream that should be a little bit nicer. Oh yeah, we're hopeful in the I do have friends. I have my chat. Still gonna rate this a fine. Okay. Hello, my friends. Does this have, so I'll need a key of some kind. I would love to help you. I don't know who you are, though, is the thing. Is this the area with the brain sucky guys? Yeah. That's some D&D ass mind flayers. Oh. Okay. My main spell dealer is here. Okay, that does sound very, very nice. I will admit, that sounds great to me. I did a replay of Baldur's Gate 3 recently, and I really enjoyed it. I always enjoy it. I set it up, cause normally I play on, what is it, balanced difficulty? But this time around I did it on the highest difficulty, but I modded it so that my party limit was like doubled. Because I'm okay at Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous character building. I'm not as good at the Baldur's Gate character building. I'm just not as familiar with D&D than I am with... Whoa. You're a little spicy. I'm not as good at D&D character building as I am at Pathfinder character building. But it was genuinely really silly fun. Oh, they don't like fire. Good to know. Not many do, I found. Fresh spice. Is that the mana regen item? Oops, I have unequipped it. Yes. Yes, it is. Death. I've also been doing a replay of Wrath of the Righteous. I like my CRPGs. I do. And I've also been playing Wrath of the Righteous on a higher difficulty, but I've not done any mods to make it easier on myself. It's been a good time. There has been a few situations where I've been CC'd to hell and back for like no reason. Amygdala munchers. See, now I'm just thinking about Bloodborne though. I love Amygdala. That's my friend. That's my bestie. How you doing there? These guys, they don't seem to be having the best time. CC means crowd control. So to be CC'd to hell means that a large number of crowd control abilities have been used on you. What is this? Why do you walk like that? So in the case of my recent Wrath of the Righteous playthrough, one of the most basic demon enemies are called Dretches. And they can cast the spell Stinking Cloud, which requires you to make a fortitude save or become... Yeah? Yeah, guys? You have to make a fortitude save or become sickened. Okay, you two have fun. And the sickened effect means you can't take actions. And in a recent section, I ended up in a room with like 10 dretches all at once. And so they just filled the entire room with layer upon layer of stinking clouds. So I ended up in this situation where none of my characters could take any actions for like 7 turns in a row. So I just had to stand there and let them beat me until it wore off on its own. Which was fine because they were very weak, and my paladin had like 25 AC and they were exclusively trying to hit her. But like, come on, guys. That's a bit much. It's a bit much. What is navigating this place? It all looks the same. This whole area, it all looks the same. Again, I would love to. I would love to help you. I don't know where you are. You have to communicate. Okay, that's where I spawned. Great, I found my way back there. Have I ever played Baldur's Gate 1 or 2? No, I have not, actually. Okay. Besties, where am I going? What is the plan? Where do I go? Help. I'm lost in prison. Look on the walls for key holders with a little sparkle on it. Okay. Ah, haha, like this. Like this. So now I can open all of the cells on this floor? Yes, yes, yes. Okay. This kind of sucks, actually. I get it now. Wow. Crazy wizard clothes. Okay. I mean, that works for me. Hey. Congratulations. You're free now. Yeah, no, you're good. You're good. Hold on a second. You wouldn't be plotting something, would you? Come on, man. Y'all, come on. I'm trying to I'm trying to be supportive here. And you go and you do that? I'm not opening the cells anymore then. That's how I'm treated. For trying to be a good person and set these poor people free. And I'm not gonna do it. That was very rude. You keep shouting that? I don't know where you are. What's in this cell? Nothing. There's nothing in the cell. There's nothing in any of these cells. What's the point of opening them? I don't know what... That's one of the worst accents I've ever done. Ah, the Upside Down Man, of course. Yeah, it's the Please Help Me guy. My favorite guy in the game. Okay, then I guess we go to the other wing of this floor. Yeah, this is definitely level design. What are you doing? Okay. Alright. Let's just... Can I get that down? Can I... There's clearly a something, right? Okay, well, I don't know how to get that down. Oh, well, I replaced the spell I had with fire, though. I only have the capacity for one spell right now. I guess I could try a bow. Do I have arrows? I don't think I have it. Okay. There we go. Take again. Okay. Cool. Great. Do I target that? Yes. Wonderful. Give me my sword back. So I got bright water from that, which does something. Do I have enough for 2 already? Either way, I didn't bother to equip it. See, we're a team. We're working together. Prison of Hope, 3rd floor key. So I now have the cell key and the key for regular doors, I guess. Which is nice. What an area. This is easily one of the areas in all of gaming. Maybe even one of the most. One of the most plays. I'm gonna have another spippy of my water real quick. If you've not been drinking water, drink some right now. This is an order. This is an order. I'm commanding you right now. Drink your water. Drink it. If you have water, drink it now. My viewers will be hydrated. They must be. You will be hydrated, Unicronos. You are required. Okay, well that is sufficient. Make sure you refill your bottle. Can I just say, I'm just gonna talk some nonsense now. My partner, some of the best cooking. Some of the best cooking. Like we both try and participate in the cooking, right? Not again. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna try and do it with a spell. Close. Back up a little bit. Line up the shot using the top of my head. Okay, angle it a little bit. Got it. But like we both do part of the cooking. But last night they made this like honey lemon salmon. Y'all. Y'all. There's a lot of boys in there, but there's also an item. Oh, I don't... Is this not still the 3rd floor? Okay. Sure. Sure, I guess. We can consider this a different floor if you really want to. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was, Hello there. You're all going to try and kill me, I know you will. Okay, I am in some amount of danger because there's a lot of them. Yeah, no, it's super good. It was honey, lemon, and like garlic made into this kind of sweet and sour sauce. So yummy. Okay. You're not gonna be chill, are you? Okay, I'm gonna pass on my way. But, it's that, like, salmon served over rice. We eat a lot of rice in this house. Rice is a good staple. Well, I imagine the guards all have all of the keys. I imagine they don't have to collect them all one by one. Someone died here. Ow. Ah. You got your... Oh, okay. Yeah, so you got your brain devoured. I've gathered. Oh, shit. I'm about to get my brain devoured. Oh, but actually I'm built different. Okay, I'm still alive. Barely, but I am alive. Chew on a bunch of plants. Shove plant matter into your mouth. It's the only way. Hello again. You know, I think in this case, the suck is not desirable. I would prefer to avoid it. Whoa! Alright. Understood. Have a nice day. Wait, am I... I swear to God. Am I back where I was before? Oh, this place. You know, it's... Again, I'm not gonna cast judgment on someone who wants to have relations with... Yes, I'll help you, don't worry, I got you. You know, if you're interested in tentacly-headed squid men, then follow your dreams, follow your heart. But when in this situation they are devouring your brains, that's maybe because that then doesn't really feel like a good relationship. That feels like murder. You get it? I don't like the way they all hunch towards you. Squid women... I mean... In that case, it's more of a... It's more of a, like... You have to support women's wrongs. Listen, if I could be assured that some tentacle monster would not devour my brain, then I would think about it. But in this case, they are explicitly, like, their main... You are in the vase? In this case, their main thing is eating your brain, and that's just not... That's not ideal. You know, I've played Sucker for Love. I've played Sucker for Love. I love tentacly abominations of all sorts. But, like, again, when they're not killing me, that's, I feel like it's a low bar, you know, to want someone to not kill you. But it's something that a lot of tentacly monsters struggle to clear. How does jumping in this game work? What is the weird ass control for it. Every one of these games has one. Or is there some other... You don't. There's no jump. Okay. No silly sprint thing. Understood. Oh, there's a door here. Of course there is. Hi. You would think that you would have a key. So, oh. I feel like I really don't want to open this door. Ow! What the hell was that? This is really awkward, boss. Alright. Some delicious spices. I don't like that I am apparently out of grass. I have plenty of spices. No grass. This is my first playthrough, yes. I have not played a Souls game prior to Bloodborne. I have not played any of the earlier Souls games. Bloodborne was my first. It came out when I was in high school. And I was a good kid who didn't play games that my parents said I wasn't allowed to. And I never took the opportunity to hi. Hello? I never took the opportunity to go back to any of these older games prior to now. You look lovely.
You're still intact, aren't you? Where do you call home?
I have not
Family
played
hush and
DS2.
cry. Oh, perhaps you'd like something from my collection.
I would gladly make a
I've known
purchase.
better days. I was once the wife of nobility, and I have some nice things to show for it.
Oh, wonderful, you have grass. What other things do you sell? Ring of Avarice? That does sound kind of useful, but oh, it costs 50,000 to get. Okay, I'm just gonna buy out your grass. 2 of them.
Before, there were many, but they were driven mad and ventured above of their own volition. Redemption. There exists no such
Big
thing.
stretch. You gotta have good posture if you're gonna be
Thank you.
sitting here
Now I
playing a
can stay
game
here for a little
for so long, you know? Let's... hopefully after the stream I will have affiliate available. If and when I do get affiliate, I'm planning on making, you know, a hydration reward, as well as a posture check channel point reward. Because, gotta remind myself to, you know, sit up in a decent... shit. Sit up in a decent manner. Ah. I fucked up. I fucked up. We gotta start from the beginning. Okay. Gotta de-shrimp. You know, I wish I could just hang out in shrimp mode all the time like a cat does. But, unfortunately, I am not Kibby. I can't see why I wouldn't, right? Like, I've been pretty chill as a streamer, I like to think. And as far as like followers and right, you. As far as like followers and viewership is concerned, I'm very comfortably hitting those benchmarks. So I think I should be okay, right? Okay, I need to shit. I need you to die right now. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Give me my souls back. I need those things. I would like for there to be. I'm not entirely sure on how to set that. Really? Really? I'm not entirely sure how to set that up at the moment, but I'm sure I can figure it out. I can probably ask my partner for some help because I know they have some stuff like that. So, yeah, maybe I could do like googly eyes or something. That could be fun. Or a head pat redeem. I think that's always cute. Okay, just aim a little higher. Okay, I can't aim higher. And then, wait, just shoot right there. Come on. That was way off. We got it. But yeah, we're probably gonna set up stuff like that. I've also been kind of thinking about... Hello there. Oh, I don't have a key for this one. Of course not. I also... Oh, you're kidding me. Oh, this prison. Oh, this prison. Oh, I love it here. Anyways. But I've been thinking about what to do when people are capable of subscribing. And currently, kind of where my head's at is I obviously want to have some emotes that are subscriber only and that sort of thing. But past that, it's the situation where I have my Patreon, right? And I think my Patreon's set up quite nicely. But with that, I don't... You're kidding? Okay, we're fine. But with that, like, I feel like... There are a lot of benefits that patrons get, right? That are kind of hard to... Are those... Where are the keys to that cell? Where do I go from here now? There's something in here. But I feel like there are a lot of things that I can't necessarily mirror onto the Twitch subscriber rewards. So I'm thinking I might try and set up a Discord server? But I also, like, don't really know how to manage a Discord server. So there's a lot of things that I'm looking at doing going forward. But okay, I wasn't gonna call attention to it, but yeah, I'm super proud that I managed to get that body down first try. But like, I don't really know necessarily where to go from here. For sure. I need to think about that. So there's that death hole. There's this guy, but he's locked in a cell. I might also look into, you know, opening up positions. Oh, there's a way down here. I might look into opening up positions for, like, moderating Twitch, moderating the Discord, that sort of thing. Because I don't think I can manage to do it all on my own. I struggle to keep up with the Discords that I'm currently a part of that are run by other people, so... You know, it might be asking a bit much, but we'll see. We'll see. I want to try, right? Because I would love to be able to interact with you all more. And talk to you all. Okay, I still don't have the key for that. Great. So this is like 2F, right? This is the second floor, and I don't have a key for that. So yeah, we might look into that. And I think it'll be good. I think it'll be fun. And it'll probably be for like Twitch subscribers and Patreon subs specifically, just because I want to give something back to the people who support me. And that is one of the most straightforward things that I think I could do. I need to shoot you right now, or you're gonna cause... Okay, okay, okay. Got him. Cool. Fey Noble's in some of the hunt. I don't necessarily want to, like, foist that onto people, though. So yeah, it'll probably just be, like, opening up applications or something for people who are... Hi? Okay. Well, my spell merchants... I would love to! I would love to help you! At least now I know who's been screaming. We're gonna get to the final boss of this area with no healing. And it's gonna be a great time. Kenneth Height core. I think you mean that Kenneth Height is please help me core. You gotta respect the original. What is that? What? I don't like that thing. I don't like that. It has so much health. I mean, he doesn't seem that bad. I just sidestep that. I just... Why are you like this? Why are you the sphere of flesh? Why does the flesh orb exist? Frankly. Give me a second, I'm gonna eat some spices. Yeah, I mean, I probably would just... I mean, most of the patrons are hunt or higher, to be honest. So they're probably who it would end up being either way. I didn't even get anything for killing Large Meatball. What the hell? Okay, this might be a spicy take. I like the False Hydra. I think people maybe overhype it a little, or just try and squeeze it into a lot of things that it doesn't work for. Like, I love False Hydra. I don't think the False Hydra would necessarily make sense in a Dark Souls game. The False Hydra is a homebrew D&D monster that is a ball of flesh with many heads and incredibly long necks. That, at its core, is a thing that is something you can't remember or actively perceive, and that makes it so that anyone or anything that it eats is forgotten and erased from existence. And it's a really cool horror concept. It's a really cool monster concept. It is ridiculously difficult to dungeon master. First off, it is a very, very, very difficult monster to actually run in a game. And it also only really works in the medium of a TTRPG, a story without player interaction, or a tailor-made game based around it. Thanks, Demon Souls. And so it's a very cool monster concept, right? A monster that you only even know it's there under very specific circumstances, that wipes its victims from existence, is a cool concept. I don't know how well necessarily it would work as a monster in a Souls game, right? How would you make that work? I don't think you could in the format of a game like this. It has to be a direct role-playing game if it's going to be a game. And it has to be, yeah, you have to center so much around it to make it work. And I feel like a lot of people who like the concept of the False Hydra. Oh, hi. I feel like a lot of people who like the concept of the False Hydra try and just use it as like a one-shot baddie in their campaign. And you can't do that. The best done False Hydras are ones that, you know, were set up over the course of several campaigns over a long, long time. That's the best way to do it. Or, yeah, you know, have Miyazaki stand behind you with a large brick, and as soon as you stop looking at it, he hits you with the brick, and then you forget it was there because of the concussion you see. That's the way you make it work in a Souls game. But yeah, I really like the concept. I think it's a cool monster. I have Meatball's back. You're kidding me. You're kidding me. I go to all this effort to get rid of Meatball, and he has already returned. I've had enough of Meatball. Where did I leave my souls? Were they over here, or were they elsewhere? Yeah, but I thought he was like some kind of mini boss, maybe. I guess I should have assumed, since, you know, he didn't drop anything. Alright, see you around, Meatball. I'm not going through that again. That sounds awful. Sounds like an awful way to spend my time. Okay, my souls. They're back. Now, I saw a lizard over there. As the lizard left. Looks like it might have. That's a shame. I'll miss you forever, lizard. Yeah, the lizard's gone. Somehow Meatball has returned. Honestly, I don't hate having Meatball here. You know, he's a chill guy. I'm not going down the pit again. Actually, should I refer to Meatball as they, them? Not necessarily for like gender reasons, but simply because there are so many bodies composing Meatball. Like Meatball in a plural sense. I beg your pardon, Meatball. Oh. Mysterious mysteries. Where am I going? I don't know where anything is anymore. I don't know where I am. I don't know who I am. All places. I really love FromSoft level design, but this is okay. Normally I'm a big fan of FromSoft level design, but this prison, it's doing things to my brain, and I don't think they're good things. Demon's Souls has a lot of experimental stuff, and I do think that's in general a good thing. I mean, Demon's Souls was the first Souls game, right? It pioneered stuff, right? And I think that's Warden's Key. Is that... Alright, I'm backtracking once again. Give me 2 seconds. Is that the key I need to unlock my magic instructor? I hope so. Does it unlock this? No. No, of course it doesn't. Okay. Yeah, they did have more games before, but this was the first Souls game. And to my knowledge, it's the first game in this format, right? And this format is fundamentally what, like, the Souls games are known for, you know? Okay, so, yeah, me too, Bloodstain. Oh, no, just in the same way. Okay. But like this game pioneered a lot of ideas, right? It experimented a lot. And I can see that, and I can appreciate that. And so of course it's gonna have, you know, some rough edges. Of course there are gonna be parts of it that are, oh my god, are you kidding me? Well, there go my souls. I was staggered. There was naught that I could do. Alright, I'm gonna... How much grass do I have? I have that? Okay. That's good enough. But... You know, of course there are going to be things that are kind of rough. And I think that's okay, right? But, you know, it's not gonna stop me from being like, this prison is so bad. 'Cause it is. It is one of the worst designed levels that I have seen. I've definitely seen worse, but this is pretty up there. Yeah, it's absolutely, it's like a time capsule. We get to see how the level design has changed over time and how, you know, things have improved over time. And I think that's cool. And I think that's part of what's going to be so neat about going through every single one of these games in sequence, you know? Because we're going to get the chance to see that happen right in a row. And that's sick as hell, if you ask me. So, my friends, I was initially planning on running until probably 5 today, but I realized... Oh, that's what the Warden's Key does, okay. I did realize that there's some stuff with Monday. Because I record a Patreon exclusive audio usually early in the afternoon on Mondays. Oh, 2 of them. Oh, 2 of them. Oh, 2 of them. Okay. But that plan isn't gonna work out exactly how I wanted in its current state. And so in order to make sure I do get that patron exclusive audio made, only slightly late instead of incredibly late, I'm probably not gonna go too far past 4. I mean, I might. There is also an option where I just say, you know what, I'm having fun and I'm gonna keep playing. But I might end up calling early, we'll see. Love how they follow this up with Lost Izalith. I'm looking forward to experiencing Izalith for the first time. I've watched a lot of Souls gameplay, so there's definitely stuff that, like, I generally know what bosses exist in a given game, and I know generally how a lot of the areas look, but there was also, you know, a lot of stuff with, like, the level layouts and just learning the game that are not familiar to me yet. I'm a big fan of stuff like Lil Aggie, big fan of his. So I'm familiar enough with most of the games, but I haven't played a lot of them myself, other than the games that came out after Bloodborne. Okay, this is a long stairway. windy stairway. Fire. Where are we going, besties? Where on earth are we going? Important. This area, there's a door across the road behind the statue. Okay, I have heard that there's a little freak who keeps the boss, like, immortal or something. Need to find the little bozo. Okay, yeah. Gotta take him out. Wow, a new silver catalyst. Imperial Spy? I mean, kinda wanna check it out. You know, I'll try some new drip on. Why not? It's got very similar stats to what I'm currently wearing, so it doesn't really do much. He has the key to my wizard friend? I see. Personally, I find most Dark Souls bosses in the first 2 games to be way easier than the zones, and only Dark Souls 3 where they get more... Yeah, that's... I mean, of the bosses that I've fought so far in this playthrough, I would probably agree. Because, I mean, the run to Tower Knight took so many tries to get right, but then Tower Knight itself took 2 attempts. Armor Spider, I died several times getting to it, but then the fight itself, again, was not much. Alright. Time to disable the this. Turn it off. I mean, that's kind of the thing that happens when gameplay gets tighter. Is as the player gets stronger, the bosses get stronger, the fights get harder, right? And then you add onto that the fact that runbacks in later games were much, much kinder than what all of the runbacks I've seen in this one have been so far. Yeah, because that's the thing that makes those really hard bosses sort of tolerable, you know, is that the runbacks are pretty short overall. And so you can throw yourself into it over and over and over again and get right back to it with minimal time. And I think that's a good way of doing things, honestly. So yeah, I can see both working. I think if you're gonna make the bosses really, really hard, you should make them easy to run back to. Like, the more that you are expecting players to die over and over again to a boss, the more that you should, like, you know, make it less aggressively punishing. Hi there.
What do you want? I am but a humble servant. I do not wish to interfere.
Well, I've unfortunately been told that I need to kill you.
I won't.
I have been informed that you do in fact intend to cause me a lot of trouble. So I'm really sorry. I'm really, really sorry. So... And you don't get to call me violent. You don't get to call me violent and evil. You are the ones who told me to do this. You told me to commit this act of violence. Alright? This is on you, chat. I will accept the blame for what happened with those lizards. That was a matter of my greed and my foolishness. But, this guy, his death is on your hands. I did not get a wizard key there. I did not get a wizard key. Was it hanging on the wall in there? I gotta run back now. God. You and your wall keys. This game. The lizards were absolved after I killed the spider. I don't know, I still think I might have done wrong there. There's like a subtle glow on the key, but it's not that obvious if you're not looking for it, I'm gonna be honest. It is less clearly visible than I personally would prefer that it be. Princess Bride, but with wizards. I love The Princess Bride. I actually, a few years back, I was, with my partner, and we went to see a screening of The Princess Bride at this big arena theater place, right? Where our city's local symphony orchestra did live accompaniment. Ow! Oh, Invader! I had it in my head that that was just like a spirit of some kind, like a dead person. No, that was... Okay. Okay, I see. Back at it again. But we went to see The Princess Bride with a live accompaniment where this orchestra was doing the soundtrack as it was playing. And it was such a fun experience, honestly. I've always loved that movie ever since I was a kid. And it still lives up to itself now. It's fantastic. It's everything to me, to be honest. Alright, you. Forgot about you. If you have not seen The Princess Bride, I highly recommend it. It's a movie that I grew up on, and I grew up on it for good reason. Alright, I have the key. Hello. Hello there.
Magnificent. I never expected I might escape alive.
Yeah, I was big into Princess Bride, Pirates of the Caribbean. There was the film release. There was the film release of Phantom of the Opera. That was one that my sister was obsessed with. I also was, but I don't feel very safe having this conversation with you, sir. Anyways, there's the film release of Phantom of the Opera. I loved it just as much as my sister, but I was an egg for a long time. And there were certain things that I had to act like I didn't like as much as I did for the sake of my masculinity. Which is nonsense. It's all nonsense, to be clear. Trying to get my... I think, yeah, cause there was definitely like a lot of stuff back when I was an egg that, like, people say there were no signs. There were signs. There were signs. I used to play Barbies with my sister all of the time. I went to school, quote unquote, cross-dressed in like 5th grade, and I said that it was, quote, the best day of my life when I did it. Jesus Christ. There were signs. Anyone who tries to pretend there were no signs is fundamentally wrong. Oh my god? Who am I? But like, you know, I kind of, at the same time as I tried to, you know, engage in certain things, discreetly, there were other times where it was like so obvious. Yeah, I think someone should have started asking questions when in 5th grade I went to school dressed in my sister's clothes, and it was a whole thing. Okay, I'm gonna die here, but that's fine. It was Spirit Week. That's when it happened. It was my last Spirit Week in elementary school, and I wanted to make it a very special one. And I'd been growing my hair longer for normal reasons. There was nothing to read into there either. And so, mommy, sorry. And so, like, for this last Spirit Week in elementary school, I wanted to do something special for it. And the thing that I ended up doing was on Wacky Hair Day, I was like, what if I put my hair in pigtails? And then more than that, what if not only my hair was in pigtails, but what if my sister and my mom dressed me up in my sister's clothes? Which is a very cisgender thing to do. And so I went to school dressed that way. And I distinctly remember a significant portion of that day I spent... Scheisse. I spent dressed on Fem. Okay, that's not real. Okay. Oh, I can't go past that. Great. I know there is a sigil around here somewhere, but I don't know exactly where. Shit. There's death. But I remember that some of my teachers actually, when they saw me, because my sister is a year and a half older than me, so she had already left elementary at that point. They genuinely like confused me for her, and it made me happy when they did. I remember asking people on that day as just a joke, as part of the bit, right? Just jokes, just part of the bit. Don't worry about it. Don't read into it too much. I asked everyone to call me by the name that I would have been given had I been born a girl, which is the chosen name I ended up going with, actually, later on in life. My name is not Faye. That's not the name that I actually go by in day-to-day life. I prefer to keep that kind of separate from stream, you know? Okay, is there no grass vendor here? Do I have to go? Okay, good times. Where's my new magic vendor? Where did he end up? Oh, there you are.
I have a proposal for you.
But
Could you bring your
that day, as a kid, I was called by what ended up being my chosen name for the first time for that whole day.
I can teach you.
And at the end of the day, our teachers always did this, like, boys versus girls game. And it was like some basketball thing this time around. And that day, when everyone was dividing into teams, boys versus girls, I ended up standing in the middle of the room as both the boys called me over and the girls called me over. And I ended up walking to the girls' side. And I eventually, you know, ended up coming to the conclusion that that was genuinely the best day I'd had of my life at that point. And I said it outright to some of the people closest to me that I really was happy. And then somehow it still took until high school for me to figure it out. You know, that it happens. But like, y'all, there were signs. There sure were signs.
I patiently await you.
And yeah. My actual egg cracking moment was, in high school, where there was an advertisement for a documentary. It was a documentary about a trans teenager who was about my age at the time. And in this commercial, because I was super depressed at the time, like super depressed, and you know what, I'm gonna buy a ton. Just stock up. I was super depressed and not doing well, and I drowned myself in YouTube. When I was at school, I was constantly reading. When I was at home, I was constantly watching YouTube or playing video games and not talking to people because dysphoria. And I got hit by this ad about this trans girl, and in the ad, they literally, all it took was for them to say the definition of gender dysphoria. Because at that point, I had known about trans people for a long time and felt quietly jealous of them for a long time, that they got to be girls and I couldn't. But then she just described what gender dysphoria was and what it felt like. And that was what being trans was. And that's, to be clear, a very oversimplistic explanation, because I don't believe dysphoria is a requirement to be trans. And, you know, my understandings have developed since then. Dysphoria is not a requirement, dysphoria is not universal. The trans experience is super variable for a lot of people. But the fact is, just hearing, this is what gender dysphoria is, and if you experience it, you're probably trans, was all it took. And so I realized I was trans that day. And came out to my mother that day. Because I realized, you know, this whole time I had wanted to be girl. And now with the understanding that yes, I am trans, I also came to the realization that I trusted my mother to be supportive. I'm very lucky in that sense. And knowing that she would be supportive of me, and knowing what I wanted, I realized I was in a very, very, very lucky position to be able to get on hormone blockers in high school. And so after realizing it, I came out to my mother the same day, found a gender therapist, because I still was processing things, who was himself a transgender man within a couple months, and got on hormone blockers within a year. And I have been on HRT since I was about 16. And I am 26 now, so I've been at this for a decade. It just clicked. I have been on HRT for a decade. And yeah, it's very fortunate. I'm very lucky to have had this chance so early. But I also am very strongly of the opinion that it's never too late. I very strongly believe that everyone thinks, you know, everyone wishes that they'd started earlier. I do. But it is never too late to figure it out. It's never too late to start. If you want estrogen, if you want HRT, get on HRT. You will be satisfied, I assure you. You will, if you want it, you will be better off having it than not. No matter what else you think, that is just a fact. I'm gonna bet that it's the one that was furthest away from me. I don't know why, but that's just what my heart says. I was correct. Not you. Bad. Oh, is it? It's the one with the bigger spell. Okay. I understand it now. So HRT is a fairly permanent thing. So I have been on it for a decade, and I will be on it for the remainder of my life. If a trans person stops their hormones, things will start to reverse or progress in a direction you don't want. You can potentially stop hormone blockers eventually, but the fact is, the human body, in order to be healthy, needs to have some form of hormone, right? Some form of sex hormone. And your choices, as they stand, are estrogen or testosterone. Your body is always going to be primarily one of those two. Oh my god. How long was I gonna be stuck there? So your body needs to have one of those two as a dominant hormone. You can't go without for too long. That's what causes menopause, is when the body stops producing as much estrogen, and it doesn't really have that high of testosterone production, and so it causes all kinds of messy things. And so if you fully lack both hormones, you will experience the symptoms of menopause, which can also cause issues with like bone density and stuff later on. It's a whole mess. And you don't want that. And so you need to have something, and so that means that if you are going to transition, you need to be on HRT for essentially the rest of your life. If you don't, then you'll either go back to being testosterone dominated if you haven't, had an Orky or bottom surgery or anything like that, and you'll start experiencing the effects of testosterone again, which is, not ideal for a trans girl. Or you will go into menopause, which is also, speaking from experience, not great. There was a period of time where I had to go without HRT. You don't want that. You don't want that. And so yeah, I am still on HRT, and I will be on HRT for the rest of my life. Since I have had bottom surgery, I no longer have the part of my body that would produce the most testosterone. So without HRT at this point, I would just go into menopause. But, I don't really want menopause either. That also would suck. It would cause serious health problems later in life if I went through that this young. I would give anything for estrogen. Non-binary transitions can be a little different, but you do still generally need to have sex hormones in your body. For the sake of your health, regardless of any other outcomes, you do need to have them. So yeah, there's a very simple course on HRT from someone who has been on it for 10 years. And that's also kind of the thing, is like transition means a different thing for everyone. There are plenty of trans girls who are super happy having the parts that they have, or who are super comfortable having a deeper voice, or are okay with their facial hair. And then there are some who are not. And that just varies from... Wonderful. That just varies from person to person. right? Everyone has different needs. And I think in a perfect world, it would be possible for everyone to have the body that they would be most comfortable with. Ow, Jesus, Jesus! Okay, you're not it. So it was you, I walked away from you. Okay, this spell does not do a lot to her, good to know. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, it's a sword type situation. Okay, is it you? No. I'm pretty sure it's the one in the middle. Goodbye. Okay, we just this is a game of memory. I have a terrible memory. Oh my god. I bought so many and I thought, like, surely there's no way I'll ever need more. I'm burning through it so fast. Oh my god! Let me go! Baby girl, please. Please, baby. Well, where do I get better grass? The dude I've been buying it from only sells the crescent. Where... I need a better dealer. I need a better grass dealer. I'm gonna give it one more go. I'm gonna give it one more go, and then we're calling it for today, I think, no matter how it ends. And then if it doesn't pan out, I'm thinking we see if we can find a better grass dealer. All right. I'm gonna be honest. This new spell I got from the spider. Not very impressed by it. Yeah, no, I talked to my dealer. He said, yeah, this strain's called Crescent Moon. But I'm gonna be honest. I've been trying that Crescent Moon. I don't feel shit. I don't feel shit. It doesn't hit the same. I was excited too. I was excited. I put my faith in Spider. And Spider disappointed me. So we're just gonna melee this. We're gonna do sword stuff. Okay? I gotta find Grass Wonder. You're so right. I would trust Grass Wonder to be my dealer. Ow. Ow. Okay. Meatball, no. Meatball, how could you? All right. In that case, my friends, I think that might be where we call it for today. We made good progress, honestly. We took out Tower Knight, we took out Armor Spider, and we've reached our next boss. We just have to make it happen now. I was so confident about Meatball. I thought to myself, surely I can simply run past Meatball as I always have. More the fool am I. More the fool am I. Alright. I hope I will. Next attempt, you know, we're going to be rocking up with more healing, and we're going to be in a good place, I think. So, without any further ado, let's pay a visit to someone, shall we? We'll see who is currently streaming. And we're gonna find out who we're raiding out to. Does anyone have any suggestions, any ideas of people they'd love to visit? Or shall I just look for someone random? Jackie Myers, I'm not familiar. Let's see. Jackie Myers streaming Street Fighter. Alright. Sure. I'll take that suggestion. Why not pay a visit? Let's go say hi, my friends. Come with me. It is time to raid. It's time to go. Everyone may remember to hydrate, remember to take care of yourselves, and you all have a lovely day. Goodbye, my friends. Goodbye.